This ends here and now.
Oh, people are like skipping.
Never know about
People are bored. I'm kinda conflicted, cause I wanna watch scenes.
This is Wes.
Oh, here we go. Back to this. All right, pausing this.
It's very simple.
I'm pausing. Okay, we're back to the Warblers. It's here. Okay, here we go.
Civilized for you to invite me for coffee before you beat me up for spying.
We are not going to beat you up.
We're not going to beat you up. Telly Long, ladies and gentlemen, a.k.a. Aladdin, if you're a Broadway fan. I could rattle off all of Telly's Broadway accomplishments, but very talented man in his own right. It's nice to see his beautiful face again.
Well, Spy, we thought it was sort of endearing.
Titus as well.
I think that Spy
Fun little
wasn't really
resume of his own.
Can I ask you guys a question? Are you guys all gay?
Fair
no.
question.
I mean, I am, but these two have girlfriends.
This is not a gay school. We just have a zero tolerance harassment policy.
Everybody gets treated the same.
I'm pausing this. What a like a utopian little school. Like very cool. When I remember reading this, going like, oh wow, this is like very impressive boys' school that they all have this very progressive way of thinking. What was I gonna say? Oh fuck, I don't remember. Oh, I think I shot the. I don't remember for sure, but who cares? My memory's flexible. We shot Teenage Dream like in the morning, which was like a big like. I was sweating bullets, that whole morning because that was like shooting my musical number on Glee, and then this was afterwards, which was like the big scene, with Criss. So it was like a huge day. I remember being really nervous, but I was really glad I could just like sit down for this. And this, I think, I have a mini monologue. This whole scene was my audition for Glee. I talked earlier about the audition that I had for the show. This was the scene. I wonder if they'll let me get my hands on that. Maybe I can play it during Decade. I don't know. I'll try. But here we go. I'm pressing play.
It's pretty simple.
So it's really simple. We have a zero policy, zero tolerance for bullying. Would you guys excuse us?
Take it easy, Kurt.
Right. Yeah, this was the scene that I had to do for my audition. I remember it now.
I take it you're having trouble with school.
I'm the only person to have the closet at my school. And I tried to stay strong about it, but there's this Neanderthal who's made it his mission to make my life a living hell. But nobody seems to notice.
I know how you feel. I got taunted at my old school, and it really pissed me off.
Pausing. What? I don't remember. Did he go? I forget. Do we know what school he went to? Was that ever mentioned in the course of Glee? Because if he's a sophomore now, then he transferred three. I just realized he would have transferred to 3 schools during his whole time in high school. Interesting. I don't know if it gets mentioned. Maybe there's an answer for that. I don't remember. So, okay, great. So I'm pressing play.
I even complained about it to the faculty, and they were sympathetic and all, but you could just tell that nobody really cared. It was like, hey, if you're gay, your life's just gonna be miserable.
Boo.
Sorry. Nothing we can do about it.
Fuck that, bro.
So I left. I came here.
Yeah, get out of there.
Simple as that. So you have 2 options. I mean, I'd love to tell you to just come enroll here, but tuition at Dalton's sort of steep, and I know that's not an option for everybody. Or you can refuse to be the victim. Prejudice is just ignorance, Kurt.
It's true.
You have a chance right now to teach him.
How?
Easier said than done.
Call him out. I ran. Kurt. I didn't stand up. I let bullies chase me away, and it is something that I really, really regret.
That's a big plot point.
The boys beat us.
I don't even remember if we ever explored that, but that's a nice little character nugget that he had this regret in his life. Interesting. Yeah, easier said than done to confront. For those of you that have done that in your life, good on you. To stand up to bullies, that's tough. Yeah. The show came out at a really good time, I think. It's amazing that a lot of the stuff that's happening in this show, a lot of the messaging was like somewhat normalized now. I think a lot of Gen Z kids would probably look at this and be like, ugh, like they were so behind. But at the time, this was, I'm not taking credit for it. I was just an actor on it, but a lot of things they did, really nice.
Last time we competed against them, we've got to bring the noise hard this time. To be fair, they didn't.
Okay, so here's what, we've got like 20 more minutes, and I have a feeling I saw a lot of this, so I'm just gonna kind of scrub through the episodes and just see what's going on, because I don't know if I'm in very, very much more. I'm just gonna spend the time talking about Blaine's hair is what I'm gonna talk about, and then I'll skip to this final scene, and if you guys are okay with that, that's what we're gonna talk about. So I'm up until I started working on camera somewhat regularly. I didn't really know much about like hair. Some people are really like hair people. I always had long hair, right? And the big story for me, there's an old adage about Hollywood, like it's kind of like an old joke, like change the name, get a haircut, and get a job in show business. My name was Darren Criss, and then through a series of strange circumstances, it became Darren Criss, and then I literally got a haircut and got a job in show business. Because the big hair was kind of like, I was playing these kind of charactery, nerdy, like, I guess pothead / nerdy hippie surfer roles, because that's what you get when you have long hair. And so when I got this audition, I hadn't had a haircut in a long time, and I was looking for like a real change, and I promised myself that, okay, if I got it, then amazing, and then I would say I got it because of the haircut, and if I didn't get the part, I would just tell people, I was just looking for a change. So I got the haircut, and the rest is history, because and maybe I'll try and bring up the email during this show that I keep alluding to, but there was a thing that said, think a young Tom Ford. And if you know who Tom Ford is, I looked him up and I was like, okay, cool. I definitely can't have the long hair for this. I got to look a lot more like, preppy and like put together. So I had that. And when I walked in, because they were trying to figure out the look for Blaine, and they wanted it to be a slicked back kind of like Mad Men look, which was also very popular at the time. And shout out to my man Stefan Demmings, who was the first person to ever do hair for Blaine. It was less of this gelled look, which is what it turned into, and more of this like coiffed thing, because I have curly hair, and it was more like a straight thing. And the first couple episodes, especially in Teenage Dream, I loved Blaine's hair then. I thought it was great. But here's the thing about idiots that don't know a thing about hair. The combination of me not knowing how to like communicate what to do with my hair, and me just honestly trying to be as least invasive as possible on set. I'd go on set every day, and I had a different hair person. Like, throughout many years, I probably went through maybe 6 or 7, because people would different person would do my hair a lot of the time. I would just say, just make me look like whatever. I don't care. Like, well, is there a certain way? I'm like, I think they part it this way, but I don't really care. I don't, like, just make me not look like me. That was kind of my main MO. I was like, I want to look like a different character, because I was such an actor. I really wanted to, like, transform myself. So I really wanted it to me, the hair was a way in to be a different person, because Blaine and I are not very similar, despite what some of you might believe. If you believe that to be true, then I've done fucking fooled you. Because we're just different. So I really wanted to have like a way to identify with that, and I chose to do the hair. So throughout the many seasons of Glee, there were variances where sometimes it's like I was like slicked back, and I look at it now and I'm like, man, what was I thinking? I should have spoke up for myself. So a little lesson to you young folks that might be in theater or film, and you really want your hair to be a certain way. It's okay to speak up for yourself. Those people are there to obviously with a grain of salt, you want it to match the vision of the show. But I was so compliant, because I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Like, because I wanted to be cool and not like a pain in anyone's ass, because I was like the new guy. And I did that for like 5 years. I should have at some point been like, I really liked it when it was like coiffed, when Stefan did it. So that's not to throw any of the hair people that did my hair under the bus. They all did a wonderful job. I just never spoke up for myself, and I didn't realize how much I preferred one look to the other. And I'm saying this to people because a lot of the time people will show me Blaine hair photos and be like, why does it look so weird? I'm like, honestly, that was my bad. I didn't speak up for myself. Because it is different. And then when you sweat, because I have curly hair, when I'm dancing around, you sweat and it curls up. So, but that's real life, man. That's what hair's like. That's the thing. Everybody's hair is different. It doesn't always stay the same. Like, even the fact that the amount of sameness that Blaine's hair stayed throughout the show is still relatively unrealistic, considering that, like, people grow it out, people do different things. So, what are you gonna do? But that's the Blaine hair story. I remember showing up, they said Mad Men, and Stefan made it awesome, I loved it, and then from there on out, I just stopped thinking about it, and it's not until I watch it now where I go, wow, it could have been a lot more to my liking. So it could have been a little more flattering, but I didn't want to keep the curly hair. I wanted it to be different. Okay, cool. That's the silly hair story. I think I show up again once, and it's that first scene. Oh, they do Living on a Prayer? Fuck, okay, I've already scrubbed through this too long. We're going to be here way too long, guys. I only wanted to make this an hour. But it looks like the girls... I'm trying to figure out what happens here. So they go to Breadsticks. The girls sing Living on a Prayer. It's probably kick-ass because all the numbers in the show are fucking fun to watch. I'm going to watch this... this is confrontation. This is an extension of our scene. Okay. So now I'm at like 29 minutes of the show. Okay. I'm just moving around. Okay. So this is Kurt. He's walking down the hall. He's looking at his phone. Oh, and Blaine sent him a text that says courage. And then Kurofsky's a dick and just pushed him. Bro, that's his phone. Fucking, what an asshole.
Hey!
He's gonna call him out.
I'm talking to you.
Girls' locker room's next door.
What is your problem?
Excuse me?
What are you so
Oh, wait,
scared
this
of?
is when they
You
kiss.
sneaking in here to peek at my junk?
Oh, yeah, every straight guy's nightmare.
I forgot.
Gays are secretly out to molest and convert you. Well, guess what, Hamhock? You're not my type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell
I don't
him.
think the chubby boys who sweat too much are gonna be bald by the time they're 30.
Do not push me, Hummel.
You gonna hit me? Do it.
Don't push me.
Hit me, because it's not gonna change who I am.
This scene. This is an
You
intense
can't
scene.
punch the gay out of me any more than I can punch the ignoramus out of you.
Get out of my face!
You are nothing but a scared little boy who can't handle how extraordinarily ordinary you are.
Woo! And then he kisses him! Holy shit! Pausing this. Great fucking scene. Great work, both of them. It's a great, just fucking awesome scene. I also love, he says, you can't punch the gay out of me anymore than I can't punch the ignoramus out of you. It's a great line. I forgot. So this is when they kiss. At the beginning of this live stream, I thought this had already taken place. Like I said, I forget the timeline of everything. There's a lot of episodes of Glee. That happens in this episode. Holy shit, that's a big one. That's crazy. And then you go, oh, big reveal, Kurofsky, closet case, angry. Ooh, got a lot of demons. All right, cool. So pressing play on this scene. This is a crazy fucking scene. Oh, and he goes for number 2. He goes for number 2 and he pushes him away. Oh, then you go, oh, now we get it. Why he's so... Oh. Pause. My heart breaks for Kurofsky in that. And obviously it breaks for Kurt as well, but you're just like, oh, bro, you got so many things fucking tied up in you. Someone just said that Golden Globe was well deserved. Absolutely it was. And I think also Chris would have gotten it for season 1. I don't know if I guess it's all part of the same thing because this was out by the time that had happened. But yes, I agree with you. He absolutely did deserve that. Wow, intense. Oh, and then cuts to commercial.
Well, I genuinely hope you guys are happy.
Okay. I don't
Because
know
Coach
that.
Beast has quit.
Oh, we're back to Coach Beast. I'm pausing it because we skipped through so much. We skipped through the Glee Club. I'm sorry, guys. I just clearly have so much to say. I don't want to waste everyone's time, and we were almost at an hour. I'm going to wrap this up very soon. Okay, so the Beast thing happens. They go to the principal's office. I don't know what happens here. But I'm just going to skip to this little confrontation scene. Okay, which is at about 31 seconds. 31 minutes and 50 seconds. All right, cool. Pressing play.
Don't worry about it. Just let me do the talking.
Let me do the talking.
Darius.
I got your back. Excuse me. Hey, lady boys. Is your boyfriend, Kurt? Kurt and I would like to talk to you about something. I gotta go to class. Kurt told me what you did.
It's just awful.
Oh, yeah?
What an awful dude.
What's that?
Poor
He
guy.
kissed me.
Tortured.
I don't know what you're talking about. It seems like you might be a little confused, and that's totally normal. This is a very hard thing to come to terms with, and you should just know that you're not alone.
Baby, you're not alone. I have a song called Not Alone for those of you that might know my music. And what's crazy, when I read this in the script, I laughed out loud because nobody on the Glee set, nobody in the writer's room, Ryan Murphy, and they didn't know anything about my background or Star Kid or Harry Potter musicals or any of my music. I mean, it's not like an original, I didn't make up the phrase Not Alone, but the fact that that was my leading song that I would play a lot, and the fact that I played this character on this show with that as a line is just a level of cosmic serendipity, providence that you can't write it. It's amazing that happened. That coincidence was not lost on me when I saw the script the first time.
Stop this!
Pausing. So this was my first scene that I ever shot. I hadn't shot any of the other stuff. I hadn't sung Teenage Dream with the Warblers. I hadn't said, "Hi, my name is Blaine." We hadn't run through the slow-mo hallway. We hadn't had any of these tender moments yet. This was the first time we ever were together on set. And I think there was even a stunt guy that was there to regulate, because anytime there's any physical altercation, you have to have the person on set to make sure no one's getting hurt, even if it's a small thing like a push, or because he pushed me against the thing and I had to make sure that I didn't hurt my back or something like that. And same with Chris, where he pushes him away. I think I just remembered that now for the first time. Pressing play. So I was walking away.
Well, he's not coming out anytime soon.
Pausing that. I remember saying that and really wanting it to land. And I said a bunch of different ways. And I think when I saw this, I was like, oh, I wish I'd been a little more articulate. Spent a lot of time in drama school trying to be articulate. And I was like, well, he's not coming out anytime soon. You get what I'm saying. But I was like, oh, I feel like I could have been, those takes where I was maybe a little bit more precise with my words. But it lands. It's fun. Play.
What's going on?
What's going on? What do you mean what's going on?
I'm so upset.
Why are you so upset? Wait, pressing play. Pause. What the fuck? What do you mean? Why are you so upset? What do you mean? What? You just got pushed around. This is a harrowing experience. Blaine, did you not just see what happened? What do you mean? Why are you so upset? Sorry.
Because until yesterday, I had never been kissed.
Aww.
Or at least on the calendar.
That shut me up. Darren and Blaine.
Come on. I'll buy you lunch.
Aww. This is nice. All right. I'm pausing that. That's there's more to the episode, but I think that's pretty much all of my stuff. Not because I think mine is the most important, but because I'm just talking about my debut on the show as Blaine, and I think that about wraps it up in this episode. Wow, that was great. It was such an honor to be a part of that, man, because the writing was really great. It was a great introduction to this character, and again, all of Kurt's stuff was so good, and I felt so lucky to be a part of it. It was such a great storyline. Yeah, I'm literally thinking about these things for the first time in forever. So yeah, that was fun. That day is special. I think I've told the story before, but for those of you that don't know, I was aware that I was going to be on maybe one or maybe just a handful of episodes. I didn't know I would end up being on Glee for as long as I was going to be, but it was sort of poised or positioned that Blaine might potentially be Kurt's love interest on the show, and because of that, it was important for me to hopefully get to know Chris a little better and hopefully get him a little more comfortable with me, because Glee was a big thing, and here's this new guy coming in, and we were going to have scenes together, so I wanted to make sure that we could strike up a relationship. And I've always loved Chris, man. Chris is he's an old soul. He'll tell you that. Anybody will tell you that. He was a great performer. He was very intuitive and very he's just, well, first of all, he's very clever. He's a very smart, funny, witty guy, and wit to me is such a is so indicative of so many other things about people. It's one of my favorite qualities of any person is to be witty, and Criss certainly has that in spades. And so, to his credit, after this scene, I was gonna go see. I was on a show with Alan Cumming who said this, and I think he's like, this may have been the gayest thing that he's ever heard, and in whatever way you want to take that word, I think we've taken that word back. This is a positive thing now, not in the pejorative that idiots used to use it back in the day. In the real, true, awesome, this was a very wonderfully gay and awesome, fucking cool hang. We wait for it. I know you're waiting to gobble that one up. And I'm quoting Alan Cumming, by the way. It was a day where I had tickets to go see Sutton Foster. There you go. That kind of writes itself. Sutton Foster is a musical theater diva. She's been in a ton of shows. She's amazing. And I had tickets to go see her across town in Los Angeles, and I had an extra ticket. My buddy dropped out, and I had this. I didn't know what to do with it, and it was like an expensive ticket. So it was like, I told Criss, I was like, look, hey man, it's a shot in the dark. I know we just met, but I would love to be able to take you out and get to know you a little bit, and so we had like a little chummy bro date. At this time Criss was extremely recognizable, and he was the famous kid from Glee. And so it was very, very sweet of Criss to accept my invitation. To this day, I always think that was such a nice thing, because he was probably like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm good, man. But he came, and we went to go see Sutton Foster. It was a great show. We got some sushi afterwards, and I didn't know very much about the show. I didn't know much about Glee. I didn't know much about his arc other than the vague things that I said before. So the fact that he spent the time with me to get me comfortable with the show and answer my questions was so sweet, and I'll always be thankful for him for that, because especially looking back on how much was going on with the show and his life and with the chaos of everything that's happening, that was such a great little moment. And so we got to do this day. So after this day of, literally where Blaine's like, let me buy you lunch, bought him dinner. It was nice. And so Criss, you have all my love and respect, always have. And that was a great day and a great moment for me. And this would be the start of a crazy, wild ride and being part of the Glee family, which I feel so always so grateful to be a part of. And you, the Glee family out there that have been supportive of the show and supportive of Blaine. Clearly I have a lot of thoughts and feelings, and I there were so many that I was thinking about. I'm going to have to try and organize and make a little more concise that I'm going to do for this show. Again, if you're just joining me, today is the 10-year anniversary of my first episode, Never Been Kissed, which we just watched. And in celebration of that, I'm putting together a concert that I'm going to do later this month called Decade, which is my initials, and aid because we're raising money for a variety of good causes. We're sorting all the tickets and those specific organizations, the charity organizations, out. So if you're interested, you want to see more of this craziness, hopefully a little more organized, I'll be playing a lot of songs, because during this time, I didn't play many songs. I just kind of sang along with what was on the TV. But next time, if you come to my concert, I will sing some favorite Glee tunes. So that might happen. I'm going to sing a whole lot of Glee songs, talk about songs that we didn't get to do, songs that I wish I could have done, a lot of behind-the-scenes stories and content, a lot of videos and pictures that I have amassed and I want to share with you. I'm going to auction off a lot of fun Glee items that are very personal to me that hopefully we can raise a pretty penny for, and just kind of give the Glee back that's been given me to the world, because you guys have given me so much joy, and I have so much to be thankful for, and I know Glee has given us as a collective unit a lot to be thankful for. So as the holidays roll around, we want to be able to transform that love for each other into a love for the world and helping people that are in a lot of need. So if you want to see more of this crazy shenanigans with me live and unfettered, hopefully a little more fettered than this first live stream, but yeah, I'm going to go through a lot of Glee stuff. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, be a whole lot of achievement, in Principal Figgins' words, achievement. Thank you guys for this wonderful achievement and for being a part of my life. I love you all. I hope you had some fun. Hope you learned some things. And for the things that I forgot, I'll include in my concert on November 28th, Saturday. You can find out more in the link in my bio, or go to darrencriss.com/decade, DECAID. I love you all. Thank you for going on this ride with me for the past 10 years and certainly for the past hour. Hugs and kisses to you all over the world. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks.